we've started. And we've started with an ooh, as we usually do. That's right, it's a bit of an ooh. I'm just seeing if I've got the thing that I need, but I don't think I do. So I don't know how well this will work, but we shall see. Yes, we shall see. Let's go and find the thing. There it is. I'll pop you there. And then theoretically, it will just pop up when I start the game. Let us try starting the game. See if it does pop up in the way I hope it will pop up. I cannot make any guarantees of it, though. It says it's running. I will believe it when I see it. It is in fact running. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Everything's happy as can be. Now I'm bound to regret this decision because I think that's clearly built for Sunday afternoon at home, which... Let's have a look, see if it did ruin it all. No, I don't think it did actually. I can see the whole of the screen there, I think. Oh, goody. Anyway, France is available. That's fine. I'm not gonna have France. Is that the oh, that's the shop, I see. Featured? They have no featured games. They have no family games. They have no advanced games. And they have no tabletop games. I somehow think that's just broken. That's fine. Is this the shop? How's the shop opening? Is this okay, that's not so bad. I don't know. So I am tempted to pick up some of the other ones, but not right now. Let's just play ourselves a basic game. There it is. I wondered where. We'll just do a local game indeed. Wait, am I don't need to log in, do I? No, I can't remember how to play this game. Solo, that's what we want. As in harm. That's the one. There we go, marvellous. And we'll bring one of them up to a Jane Stan bot. Why not? Although having said that, I can't remember if I ever lost or won the last time I played it. So it may be a horrible mistake bringing one of them up to a Jane Stan bot. But hey, we shall see. Oh yes, we shall. Okay, so those two actually go quite hand in hand, and even the Seattle one. Although, do you do two or three? Can I have all three? Yeah, I can. Is it unwise to have all three? Probably. Let's do it anyway. I'm having all three tickets to ride. Oh yeah, I am. Right, well, I guess the first step is either heading from Seattle. So we want to try and get hoofing it over there. So we're looking sort of pinks, blues. We could nail that pink, but we do want some pinks down there as well. Lots of pinks if we can get tons and tons of pinks. Oranges wouldn't go amiss. Blues wouldn't go amiss. I mean, mostly all colours would not go amiss. Orange, we've got to start on orange. So I'll tell you what, let's have an orange and let's have a pink. That's working on sort of Denver to Kansas mixed with Kansas to St. Louis. And then hopefully we've got a spare rando, which in fairness we do have a spare rando now. So I'll tell you what, we'll pop that spare rando onto the Seattle to Portland. Anything that's a single track, it might be worthwhile nailing now, which I say, knowing full well I might not be doing that, but still. God, no, I do need some of the big tracks, but there's not good sort of colours available to me at the moment. Let's see, I tell you what, let's grab those blues for now, because there's a nice pair of blues that are nice and easily accessible, and that's what you want in your life. You just want a pair of blues. Now, a pair of pinks, again, not going to go amiss, so I feel like I'm going to spend too much time building my hand of cards and not enough time building track. And I think that's gonna be a mighty problem for me. But we do have multiple routes available to me. So I know, pick a second card. I'm thinking. There should be an allowance for thinking time before you start chirping in with your pick a second card. Right, I think at this point, since we've got 5 pinks, I'm going to claim the Portland to San Fran. Because I think that's going to be important. I am losing the ability to get a couple of these tracks, though, unfortunately, which is going to be problematic. But we shall see. Right, okay, so that's not going to be a terrible choice. So if we grab that one, and then maybe start on yellows, wouldn't go amiss at this point. Who's your bubby? Who's your bubby? I don't know. Who is your bubby? Right, so that's a lot of greens, and I don't. Well, okay, I can see a purpose for having a couple of greens. So we'll have a couple of greens, and then we might try and take the Chicago to Kansas. No, sorry, that's the Chicago to St. Louis. St. Louis. Oh dear, New York is being blockaded. This is nicht so good. No, it's really not good. I have to perhaps start considering my options when it comes to nailing. I'll tell you what, a couple of blacks, well, 3 blacks would be optimal, but unfortunately, stop thieving my track, you assholes. I think it's not necessarily the optimal use of the greens, but I think it's going to be necessary. I'm then going to need to try and score that black that's now gone, so that's good. That's a problem for me and for you. What I'm trying to do is score the Nashville down to New York, which will hopefully allow me to, because they're not focusing too much on the left-hand side of the map, it would seem, which is why I think I'm having to I'm going to have to try and get in there, as it were. We'll grab that pink, because that's another option over on the side I need. But ideally, next time, I'm going to take the Nashville to Raleigh black track. Superb. That's what we wanted. Good. I have got an official Nashville to New York route. Now I just need to get Nashville all the way over to Los Angeles or Seattle. It doesn't technically matter which, but there you go. So if I grab a yellow, that could be quite good for a pair. And then if I grab a pink, that would be equally good for a pair. I think at this point we probably want to start laying some tracks. So I've got 2 options there, but no options there. So Nashville to St. Louis. Oh, that's mine now. Hell yeah. That's what we like to see. We like to see my track. Yeah, right, so we've got a fairly direct New York to Kansas City. Now we just got to try and figure out the rest of this. Whilst also, technically, I do have to connect up my Seattle to Los Angeles situation, which is a thing. I think we're currently going to ignore that, so that's fun. I'm going to grab the yellow and the pink, because they are both options to get from San Fran to Los Angeles, but there's also options wrapped around that could be used in other situations as well. So let's grab that, and then let's grab another pink. Yes, that will do nicely. No, that's not what I wanted to see. It's not the end of the world, but it is not. It's equally not good news. Pink, no, I don't think pink's a good plan of action. But whites, I mean, pink or white is starting a fresh, so might be bad. Right, let's try and we'll finish off at least one ticket by going choo choo, motherfucker, choo choo, ding ding ding, tick tick, ticket punched. Now we just have to figure out how we're going to get from Los Angeles to Nashville. Which could prove problematic, but we shall see. I can see a potential. Okay, there's potential there. That pink is not hugely useful, but it will actually prove slightly useful. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to grab that little one. So we've covered Las Vegas. And now what we're going to try and do is get between Salt Lake City, unless there's oranges. If there's an orange on the sideboard, we're going to do that first. But no, for now, we'll try and get that in there. You can see plans are formulating, which is problematic because the AI can probably see those plans are formulating as well, but that's not 100% the point. Let's grab a Joker card because that will link up with my oranges and allow me to get Seattle all the way through to Denver, which means I only really have to sort of get in there with a couple of... I need a group of blacks or a group of oranges for the direct route. That would be hugely beneficial. Reds wouldn't necessarily be the worst situation. None of the above would be quite a bad situation. Pinks would be viable but awkward. Greens, if I have to go along the viable but awkward route, greens would not be intolerable, so I suppose. Let's grab me some greens. Oh yeah. Those pinks, I suppose arguably, I said the pinks would be the awkward route, but the viable one. Red, yeah, okay, red would be awkward but viable again. God damn it, stop stealing the reds, you prick. And no, the orange. I want orange. You're being a bastard. Don't do that. Okay, yellow is viable but troublesome, and I don't actually need any more greens at the moment. 3 more oranges would be the optimal, but I think they're hoarding the oranges. I think we're all going in for the orange area, and that's going to prove troublesome. So I might try and change tack, but... oh, actually, hello. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? I can, and I think I might be able to do the fandango with trains, which is the world's best fandango. Right, for now I'm going to grab 2 whites, because if I can just get... it's going to take me 2 more turns, but if I can do 2 more tracks, I can get me a connected route. They're both 1s, so it's not going to make much difference. But if you were interested, I'm trying to get the Denver to Santa Fe, which I just did, and the Oklahoma to Kansas, which is hopefully my next turn. And hello, Mr. Chester Phoenix. You've joined me here in Hot Train Action, where I think... Is it my turn? Oh, it is my turn. That's why it was stalled. I thought the AI had just gone wrong for a moment and couldn't think what to do. Yes! Choo-choo, motherfucker! Choo-choo, Seattle to New York. Tick-tick. Oh, what's that? Did he to a double ticket? Oh, he did! Was that supposed to be an air horn? Yes, but the air had clearly run out. It's like it was an air horn from the 1990s, and all the air has escaped, so it was... Right. Do we dare? Do we dare? Do we dare take another ticket? How cocky do you feel with your fancy double ticket? Double ticket 1 turn. I do feel quite fancy with my double ticket 1 turn, but I'm thinking it might be beneficial just to extend my track as far as possible rather than trying anything else. So I'm going to work on that, because I don't know. I should have paid more attention. So both me and Blue have 10 trains left, which is not a lot of trains. So I could use any colour, really. What we got options on the side here? There's nothing doing there. So I think really let's just... Oh, I tell a lie. I'm going to grab that pink, because that will come in handy in the later stage. There are no blacks on. I'm assuming the blacks are just in the hand. Something drastic. Should really pay attention. They do show what they last drew, but I fear it's not something that I'm all that capable of doing. No, that would be pointless and silly, wouldn't it? Don't be me. I'm thinking. Here we go. That one. God, you make one tiny mistake and the game goes at you. Good lord. Diddly-doo. Ooh, if green combines their track, that's gonna rival mine for the longest track. And I want the longest track, so I'm gonna be very annoyed if you manage that. Right. Oh, you can probably pop the old. Oh, actually, if we get. Oh, yeah. There's fuck tons of whites. Nobody wants the white track. I don't know why. But nobody seems to be in love with the white track. There we go. I'm kind of glad I went safe. I went safety first. Oh, yeah. There you go. 2 cars or less is the last turn. But hopefully, my goal is to get the Seattle to Calgary. And then I've got... Oh, and my goal is completed. I have got a loopy track that goes from Calgary all the way down through America and all the way back up to Montreal. It's not a very direct route if you want to go Calgary to Montreal, but it's a hell of a journey if you if you've got the time. Oh, Jane Stanbot. Oh, Jane Stanbot really on their heels there. Did 2 tickets and yet an alarming amount of points for those 2 tickets. Okay, Huntington Bot. Fuck you. Doubly fuck you. Triply fuck you, more like. Managed to get free as well. Cheeky little bugger. I don't think longest track is going to get me 16 points. Well, 17 to win, I suppose. But it's going to be between me and Huntington Bot. But I don't know if that's worth 16 or 17 points. No. No, it's not. Oh, he absolutely did. I am astonished that he decided he could do that. Like a little prick. Should have gone for my other ticket. He who dares wins. You called it. You called it right there. Should have been daring. Should have tried it. Let's have a rematch. I want more trains. More hot whoops. I don't know. I think I pushed a button that I wasn't supposed to push. I can't believe that the CPU would hack the game like this. Indeed. So we've got an El Paso, then a Wangle, and then... I mean, that's quite a short one, but I suppose it's only worth 4 points. That's why it's short. So, do you know what? I think I might take all 4 tickets again. I think we can probably get through all of that. He says, realising he probably can't, but he's going to do it. He's going to try it anyway. Let's grab some cards. Okay, that may have... I don't know if that's hindered or helped me. It's put me in about the same situation, I think. So where we going? So we want... Yeah, I know! Pick a card. You do not understand the concept of thinking about it. Thinking about... I know it's difficult to comprehend that I, of all people, would actually think about my next move, but every now and again, it is a requirement. Ooh. Ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bang, bang. There's a plan formulating. That's not necessarily a good plan, but it is a plan. Let's grab that white track. Now I could do with either 2 yellows, which looks like it might be easiest, or 1 pink. Yeah, it might be easiest to just grab the 2 yellows. I could have had 1 yellow, 1 pink, but that would have not necessarily solved my problems. Right, I think it's probably about time we started laying some tracks, so I'm going to thieve a little bit there. And then we're going to place my whites down, I think. Next turn. There we go. Get those in. And now we need a random free. Ideally, by the time I get a turn, a couple of blues might turn up. That's fine. That's not the issue. Or not an issue, rather. I do need a random couple of pairs to eventually get the plan to go. But so I will just explain the plan for those interested. The plan is to go from San Francisco to Los Angeles, Los Angeles to Phoenix, Phoenix to Denver, Denver to Santa Fe, Santa Fe to El Paso, El Paso to somewhere, somewhere to somewhere else, somewhere up to Chicago, and somewhere along the line, literally, somewhere along the line, we will be dealing with Atlanta as well. But precisely when we're going to be dealing with Atlanta, I do not know. There we go. Nice triple there, and yeah, we'll grab another pink just in case pinks is coming useful. Said line in this game I was trying. Not deliberate whatsoever, but I'll take the win. Right, there we go. We've now got a combined San Fran to Denver. Now, if we can just pop her down to El Paso, that'll be glorious. Oh, okay, never mind. If there's a red, I'd take the red, but there's not a red, so I can't take the red. So I guess I'll have to take the... None of them are useful. I'll take the black. Right, this time it's track building time. Let's deal with our Denvo down to El Paso. I'm an El Paser. Yes, I just passed by on the L side. What the L side is, I do not know, but that's what we're planning on doing. We're going Denvo to El Paso. There we go, yes. Pop that ticket. That's what we like to see. Oh, yeah. So the easiest thing, well, I say the easiest thing, ideally I could do with greens, reds or yellows. Well, there is a yellow on the field, so I suppose we'll grab that. There's another yellow on the field, so I suppose we'll grab that. Wouldn't go amiss having some whites. If I do end up with the greens, I wouldn't mind just a random pair, but it's looking like we're ending up in the yellows. A random pair would not go amiss there. Do still need 2 more yellows, which could prove troublesome. I could spend the times to try and get 2 more jokers, but no. Okay, 1 yellow, and looks like we're going to have a blue. Not the best situation, but it'll do. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I don't really think I need blue. But you never know. I'll tell you what, I'll grab a joker that way. No, you yellow prick! You've blockaded my trains! Now I need a new plan of action. I'll tell you what, one crucial plan of action. I'm going to try and steal that little track there. And then we're going to have to figure out a new plan. Because the plan is currently failing. You will rue the day you messed with my train yard, hunting mutt 2. Absolute bastard. Yeah, there's not really... I have now officially been snookered, I fear. I fear a rather large snookering has occurred. Okay, we can come back from this snookering. We're going to take that track. Then we're going to need a random pair, which at the moment we could grab both of those oranges as our random pair, which wouldn't go amiss. Superb, that'll do. No, come here. Those oranges, marvellous. Alright. That doesn't actually solve the problem. Shh. Shh. I thought it solved the problem. Shut up. Leave me alone. You're solving a non-existent problem. You're solving a problem that doesn't exist, that doesn't actually solve the problem that does exist. Shut up! Solving this problem first. This problem is the problem that needs to be solved. Could do with a pair of greens or a pair of whites. No! Green! You son of a... Oh! It's falling apart! The trains are falling apart! We've been bought out by Malus Rail and the trains are falling apart. I don't think I can come back from this. The trains have all collapsed. No. Why did the trains have to collapse? I'll take that. I don't know what I want to take. No. I think it's finished. I know I need to pick a second card. You pick a second card. This is going far too well to be run by Malus Rail. I don't have a solution. No. They've blocked Atlanta and Chicago humongously. We're getting a sort of second track, but I can't connect the first track to the second track because they've buggered me. They've buggered me. And I don't like it. No, not at all. I didn't want to be buggered. I guess we'll take that joker, and then at least we'll have connected Atlanta to Chicago. But that's not gonna help in the long run. Not at all. Do. If I can get greens, I can get El Paso to Houston. But I don't think I can get the greens, because there are no greens on the field. Which means I suppose I'm going to have to try and maybe come at it from a different angle. But I don't have any other angles. I need more greens if I want to go at the other angle. I'll try the pink route. God damn it, there's greens! Do I stick with the pink plan or the green plan? Gone for the green plan. Now I'm splitting the plan over both pinks and greens. No. Never split the plan over the pinks and the greens. God damn it, why are there yellows here now? Nobody wants you yellows. There's no point in having a yellow. Greens and pinks. The only colours that matter at the moment. Blacks! Blacks solve nothing! Don't take that out of context. Blues could solve something. Wait! The blacks can solve something. Blacks and blues can solve something. Maybe. Eventually. If we get enough. If we get enough blacks and we get enough blues. No! Don't do things! Because I need at least 2 more turns. I need shit tons more turns. Okay. We can come back. We can come back. No, I don't think we can come back. Black. Like the Ender's Chasm of Clams. No! I don't think that makes as much difference as I thought it did, but it might do. That makes some difference. God damn it. Okay, 4 blues. God damn you! Oh, we'll start on some yellows, but I don't really need yellows. Don't need yellows at all. There's so many yellows. Why are there so many yellows on the... No! I think I've been snookered again. Son of a bitch. Stop snookering me. Ah! I don't think I have solutions to this problem. Wait. No, that wasn't a solution to the problem. Maybe. No. Ah! God damn it. Okay. Okay, on the new and the doodars and the thingies. Right, what we got here? Options. Ah! My brainium hurts. Ah! I still can't get the track connected. And I couldn't... Ah! This is definitely fucked up, this one. I got blocked My plan was blocked, and now I'm fucked. It is a distinct problem, and I have no further options. I've run out of things. I'll take a yellow because that might help, and I'll take a green because that may also help. Should have taken the pink really, but never mind. Okay, there's a black. Black will help. Yes. Of those colours, what is the most likely to help? Pink. Maybe. Okay. We're running out of trains. And I'm running out of time to make a comeback. And I lose lots of points if I don't make a comeback here. Okay, I need... No! Yellow! You've done me again! It's over. It's all over. That was my last route into Eastern America. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Fine. My only hope is El Paso to Houston. My only hope. And the hope has been dashed. The hope has been dashed upon the floor. And trains are everywhere. And yet, nowhere. It's been the worst game of trains I've ever had. Well, do you know what? I am going to have I can't have a Monopoly. You fucking bastards! The one thing I had left was to be a prick. And you denied me that. I'm not allowed to take a double route. I could have had the absolute monopoly on San Francisco to Los Angeles. Would have made me a fucking fortune. Because I'd have been forced to use my trains. Well, whoop-de-doo, I got 4 points. And then lost 70. Good God. And lost 16. My word. That is definitely the worst display of trains I think I've ever put forth. But there you go. My only hope now is everybody fucked it. And unfortunately, it turns out not everybody fucked it. Most people have not fucked it. And certainly not fucked it in the region of 31 points. Which is a ridiculously low amount of points. Unbelievable. And look at that. Oh, Jane. You've got a sexy track there, Jane. A sexy track. Unfortunately, I can't not have another game of trains. That can't be my legacy of trains. Okay, that's not so bad. That's a bit awkward. Yeah, I think we can work with those two. But I think that would be overcocking. Nobody wants to be overcocked. This is how you get it. Well, they beat you mercilessly in trains so that it keeps you coming back for more. Right, what are we aiming for? So, let's have a look. What's the plan? Mr. Stan. Who's Stan? Where did he come from? I don't know. He just lurks here. I think if we grab those 2 reds, they will come in handy eventually. Because there's a couple of good red routes. Salt Lake to Oklahoma. There's 2 red routes in a row there. Not that I necessarily need to go to Oklahoma, but I mean, it's an option, isn't it? If I'd want to go to Kansas, the blacks would come in handy. The yellows could be useful. I'll tell you what, let's grab a yellow. Whoops, let's grab a yellow. Ah, Mr. C.S. Squarepants. Good afternoon to you as well. Long time no see. How are you? Also, how are you, Mr. Chester? I forgot to ask. I do apologise. But nonetheless, how are the pair of you now? You're both here. How are you, Mr. Chester? How are you, Mr. Pants? You're doing good? Good to hear. I am doing trains! I did say reds would be helpful, so reds it is. Oranges. Orange is the new black, but there are 2 blacks here. So, would it be better? Fuck you. I'll pick the orange. Because orange gives me potentially San Fran to Salt Lake City, which could be very useful. But I do need 3 more oranges, please. You did not give me the oranges. But you did give me another red, so I'll have a red. I'll have another red. I'll have all the reds. Been busy with new stuff. Ooh, what new stuff is that? Good new stuff or bad new stuff, of course? Hopefully not bad new stuff. Hopefully good new stuff. New good stuff. It's the new good stuff. Oh, pair of blues. That might help me. Really need to start laying track, because otherwise, chances are going to be snookered again, and nobody wants to be snookered again. Okay, I'm gonna take that little one there because I want it. I want it. Needs it. Trains. Is there any yellows? Ooh! 2 videos soon for the channel. Nice. Good to know you are still crafting videos and potentially back to crafting videos. If I grab that pair of blues, I got the blues, I got the train blues, I got the ticket to ride the blues, and hopefully I can use them to secure a route out of Nashville, out of Atlanta technically. It's all the way from sort of Atlanta all the way there. It's been a while, but there is a reason for it. Seems your kind of game. Oh, trains, of course, yes. Very much so. It's Ticket to Ride. If you are particularly interested in the rules, you get a stack of cards, and then each card is representative of a colour that goes along the track. So yellow cards can claim yellow track, red cards, red track, etc., etc., etc. These rainbow-coloured cards, they can claim any track, which is quite useful in some ways. Could really do with more greens. But I'll tell you what we'll do for now. I'll tell you what, let's grab those 2 reds. So yeah, you have a stack of cards here, and you can claim 2 of those on a turn, or 1 joker on a turn, or you can pop it down. Free to play online? I don't think so. There may be a version free online somewhere, but this one certainly isn't. This one is very much a pay it. I don't think it was that expensive, although I think I got it in sale. But yeah, it's technically it is a board game as well. First, strictly speaking, first a board game. It was originally a board game, and then of course they popped it online. And now I'm trying to beat the AI, who have so far managed to beat me just, and then beat me severely, which nobody really needed in their life. I didn't need to be beaten severely by the AI. If I can get those whites, that would be quite useful. It's £7 on Steam, is it really? I mean, certainly my ones I got through Epic somewhere on the line. Possibly. I don't know. As I'm playing it, you can cheat from buying it. Yeah, I have had that. I have had that in the past myself. I can't deny. It's like, I love this game, but I don't want to buy it. I just want to watch it. Thank you. Which I can't deny. That's mostly Dark Souls for me. I can't. So that's my. Oh, pick a second card. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't. I was hoping I could have my cake and put the cake on the track. But you can't put cake on the track. It gets squashed. But this time, hopefully, I can put my track down. Let players in general. True. Tick, tick. Now, we just have to figure out the Pittsburgh situation. What, pray tell, is the Pittsburgh situation? Don't know. What is the Pittsburgh situation? Ah. Right. So, we can probably... If we can get the greens, we can, of course, come in from St. Louis. But I don't have the greens. So we may have to go up to Chicago, up to Toronto, all the way round to Montreal, Boston, New York, and back to Pittsburgh. I can't make guarantees of that either, because you know how much these bastards like to steal my track. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. So is it worthwhile doing that? Oh, what? Just in general recently, I have been playing Ni no Kuni 2 primarily. A very entertaining little RPG. Apart from the fact that I'm now in the nitty-gritty of trying to get the achievements and generally do all of the really hardcore DLC. So it's lost a bit of charm. But it's still a fantastic game. And if you only ever play the base game, it's actually spectacularly good. But if you start trying the nitty-gritty, it's like, I don't like it. But, you know, that's just me. What else? Oh, interesting enough, I was thinking about this when I was playing it last, in fairness. I also have been playing Langrissa 1 and 2. And when I first played Langrissa, I brought it up on one of the Sajay RPGs, and I discussed how I didn't really enjoy it. It didn't feel like I was doing enough in the game, and I was discussing how the first 2 levels were a bit like, I'm not really feeling it, not really keen. Turns out it is just one of those sort of games that's a bit of a slow burn. Because now I absolutely fucking love it. It's really quite entertaining, and it was amazing. I've never really looked, and I suppose that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? You should really be looking, but I'd never fully appreciated quite how much of a game there is in Langrissa, because I'd just sort of primarily been sticking to the top path of the story, and then I knew there was sort of like a B route. So I thought it was just like, oh, there's an A route and there's a B route. You know, that's lovely. Then I've discovered that I spotted like a little tiny bit of extra window, and I thought, oh, that's strange. Is there a C route? And I thought, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's lovely. I can have a look in this C route. Why not? And then it was like, oh, there's more. There's a D route, a G. There's tons of story here. How have I missed this much story? But you can sort of go back and make different decisions and unlock all sorts of different paths, and it is quite amazing. So yeah, it's completely turned my opinion around, and oddly enough, I'm quite pleased at that. Quite pleased it sort of managed to just make me go, yeah, I don't like you. You know I like you. Now I like you quite a lot. Do do ba ba ba, be do be do. So that's my Langrissa tale. Didn't like it. It was very slow at the beginning, and I still think their beginning is suspect and a bit shit, because it's mostly you being sort of told what to do and kind of not being able to do much yourself, and so it's like it's a bit shit. It's a bit shit. But then, you know, it expands out and it becomes a lot more sort of entertaining. It's a strategy game if you were particularly interesting. Tactics type fare. It's quite nice. It's quite a nice game. And then the third one is Monster Hunter Stories 2 specifically. And that one I do particularly like. Simple game, but very pleasant. I'm trying to formulate a plan, but there's not a plan formulating. I don't know whether I'm going to take a chance. Someone's already got free cards, haven't they? I'm going to have to... Oh, I think I have to drag them. No. How do I drag them there? There we go. I knew I had to drag them somewhere. I just didn't know precisely where. Okay, that looks doable. That, not so much. That looks troublesome. But not impossible. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Going for the big guns. Going for it all. Oh yes. Right, let's grab that pair of pinks. And now the problem is, the problem is we're going to need some greens. And now there's greens on the field. I need to grab them before I do anything else, which means I'm very easily blockable at this point. Oh, there's another green. Oh, god damn it. There's all greens. All greens all day long. And I do need greens, so I am going to have to take those greens, no matter the situation. But that's fine. We'll grab a white for no good reason. Try to Final Fantasy 15. Oh, and not my type of game. That's fair. But yeah, Final Fantasy 15. Oh, lovely game. Lovely game. I like Final Fantasy 15. Especially, like, it's one of those games that's just, like, a bit weird. No! I cannot do this with only one turn remaining! I need 2 turns, game! 2 turns! I'm gonna have to take that one because I think it's worth slightly more points. Son of a bitch. I just needed one more track. I just needed the Dallas to Little Rock. I needed the tiniest of rocks. And I seem to have very little points to start with, which is alarming. I don't quite know why I have really shitty volume of points, but there you go. I have now got vastly less points than anybody else, so that's definitely not a first place. Oh, unless he's really fucked it. No, Jane has not really fucked it. That's a shame. I don't even think I've got longest track. Got a disappointingly sized track. Blast it all. And are you enjoying Tales of Arise? I don't necessarily want too much in the way of detail, because I will eventually play it. I don't know when. Probably in several years' time when it's super duper cheap, but we'll see. I don't know, but are you enjoying it at least? Is it good? Oh, I did get longest track. I still didn't help, but I did get longest track. Well, we've gone up to 4th place. Oh, please. I'll tell you what, I've got an alternate plan. We'll stick with board game. I can't remember how the fuck you get out of this one. Like that. That certainly does the trick anyway. It's escape if you're all wondering. I do look forward to it, as I say. Right. Now, are you good? Good, you're not being a naughty boy, which is what you need. I need you not to be a naughty boy. Now I need you to do the thing again. The thing where I ask you to do this thing. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. And droppity drop. Oops, no, droppity drop. There you go. This is the best Tales of game to date. Ooh, I'm sure there's a Symphonia fan out there going, nah, it could never be Symphonia best. But I'm willing to leave judgment and oh no, tits. Looks like Carcassonne is quite literally off the table because unfortunately it requires an update, and I can't seem to I can't quite work out how the shit you change, because I suspect it's probably going to be smaller than the other update that's there, but I can't seem to figure out how to change the queue, which is slightly awkward and annoying. But anyway, that's that plan scuppered. Let us see if we can find an alternate plan now that we've scuppered the first plan. Ooh, intriguing. Very intriguing. Huh. I know you can't see what's intriguing, but that's not the point. I wonder if that is I'm assuming that is a board game, not a digital board game. But yeah. Anybody heard of the game Kingdom Come Deliverance? It's getting a board game, which is, I mean, probably less exciting as than I'm making it sound like it is. But I don't know. It was one of those games that's like just a little bit too much of a slog, if that makes sense. It's like it had so many systems that were like, you're a nothing, you're a nobody, you're a complete fucking idiot. But you don't have to be. Hard graft and continual failure, and you might get slightly better. Arguably, it's a little bit too much like real life, isn't it, really? Arduous hard work, and eventually you might get a little bit better. But yeah, it really did get quite boring after a fairly. I feel like I gave it a fairly lengthy amount of time, and eventually it just was like, oh my god. You must head off. That is a shame, but enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully we shall see you tomorrow. But yes, we'll have to see what board gaming. It might not be a board game after all, because of course I don't know now. I might go back to the original plan, the plan that was supposed to be the plan a little while back, but then didn't work because that plan fell through. But apart from that, I think we might do that. I don't know though. Might do something else. But yes, goodbye and good luck. Good luck in general. I don't know what you're up to, but good luck in it. Good luck in whatever you do. Good luck wherever you poo. No, that wasn't necessary, was it? It wasn't necessary. But it did happen. And sometimes that's all you can hope for. Stuff happening. Yes. I'm being indecisive. Oh, indecisive. So indecisive tonight. Indecisive. Majorly indecisive. Massively indecisive tonight. A whim away, a whim away, a whim away, a whim away. Fuck it, let's have this. I think I've already got it set up to do the doings, so we play the game. Oh, I'll tell you what, we also want to update the game. So, oh god, I suppose probably need all of it. Why do you have to have such a fucking long name? And he chose one of the most awkward words in existence. There we go. That worked. Yeah, perfect. Let's go space time. It's a majestic world and we're soaring towards it. But who knows what that world will be like. Horrible. I've played the game before. It's horrible. Full of aliens, full of fucking mist and nastiness. So we shall see. I'm hoping it'll be fine. I haven't really watched this cutscene. Tempted to watch this cutscene. Do I have the mouse on display? Yeah, I feel like I do. Because I am sort of just we go. I'm fondling his buttocks. Oh, no, he's gone. That's fine. I wasn't fondling anyone's buttocks. Especially not yours, sir. Very high-end graphics, isn't it?
We have debated the nature of the object since planetfall, but it wasn't until it began to slow and change course that we were certain it was a ship. A ship from Earth, launched long after we thought it was impossible. Its course clear and its arrival imminent.
I've only ever skipped this cutscene, so this is fascinating.
In anticipation of reunion with our
Well,
brethren.
not a lot, in fairness. I lost trains, and then I wanted to play Carcassonne, but Carcassonne needs an update, and I can't figure out how to change the update priorities, which is awkward. And so I've moved on to Civilization Beyond Earth.
They were either unable to
And I'm watching a cutscene that I think I've never watched before, which is proving fascinating.
We watched its approach. We prepared for any eventuality.
Oh, lovely. The tac jets they use. I mean, this cutscene is definitely a hell of a piece of work. Oh, especially the fucking jet stream there.
Now, the wait is over.
Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth. The Rising Tide. You see what they did there? They had it rising in the graphics. It was rising. Rising up through the power of the rebels. Time to take over the world. Hey, Brian, what are you gonna do today? Same thing we do every day. Try to take over the world. The Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. And nobody knows which is which. I think it's implied heavily which is which, but you never know. Maybe Pinky was the true genius all along, and Brain was simply insane. He is insane in the brain. There are some quite hefty loading times involved with Civilization. But, yeah, we can live with it. Did I watch the new series? I didn't even know there was a new series. So no is the answer to that. I must have missed that one. I caught Danger Mouse at one point. Don't know whether they're still doing Danger Meese, but nonetheless. What's the Vostok? Vostok is medium. Yeah, moderate. Gemini. Yeah, Vostok will suffice. Game pace standard. Yeah, standard's fine. Massive is fine. Yeah, I accept that. And now, ooh, we've got lots of people. So, we've got Alphala, Danger Moose. He's put it in. That's the Canadian version. Danger Moose. I can't do a Canadian accent. So we've got Alphala. Yield from city developments increased by 150%. That's not bad. That's actually quite good. The ARC. Covert operations complete 30% faster and require one less intrigue level to attempt. Not bad. Pan-Asian I'm going to skip because I'm already playing a Pan-Asian game, so I don't want to do another one. The North Sea Alliance. Hey, Taz, I can't remember. Duncan. I think his name is Duncan. The leader of the North Sea Alliance is fucking Duncan. Not Bannatyne, I don't think, but nonetheless. Go with one max charisma to take over places. I don't think charisma comes into it, but you never know. I mean, Duncan's probably the most charismatic, because the rest of them I don't understand, because they all speak in their own language. But Duncan! Donkey! Donkey Duncan! He speaks Scottish. That's always... I don't know why it amuses me so much. It just... I don't know. It feels oddly out of place, because you've got all the different languages of the world, and then you've just got a bloke called Duncan. I will shit you up if you come in my fucking ocean. But he is based on aquatic stuff. Aquatic cities have 50% more defense, combat strength, and cost 50% less to move, and may make planetfall at sea if able. And then we've got the Franco-Iberia. I believe that's Iberia. I might be wrong. Gain 1 free virtue for every 10 virtues earned with culture. It's not terrible, but not necessarily great. The Slavic Federation. All orbital units' strategic resource requirements reduced by 1. Start with 4 petroleum, titanium, and geothermal resources. So they're very much sort of resource happy. Start with 1 free covert agent. Ooh. Hardcore people live in Duncan. Why do you think Duncan Donuts is a meme? There you go. Each successful covert operation in a foreign city rewards science. And he can also make planetfall at sea. Polaustralia. 2 free trade route slots in the capital and 1 free trade route slot in all other cities. Not bad. If you're focusing on trade, which it's not my strongest thing to remember. Culture and energy costs to acquire new city plots are reduced by 30%. That's not terrible. Not terrible at all. Well, again, I usually leave that to standard automatic expansion, but it's not the worst of ideas. The integer. Agreements cost 50% less diplomatic capital. Purchasing units and buildings costs 25% less diplomatic capital. I mean, that's not bad if you need to build an army quickly, I suppose, but also not great because I don't really do diplomacy. I'm a little bit more simple. I'm a little bit more sort of like, are you next to me? Oh, I'm going to twat you in the face and take over your property. Cool. I'm glad we've come to an agreement. War score points. This is Brasilia. War score points increased by 30%. Gain 1 diplomatic capital for each unit killed in combat. Oh, that makes some degree of sense as to why he's such a fucking prick. I've been doing a different game of this recently, and Brasilia and Slavic Federation, they are both absolute bellends. The African Union, plus 10% growth when cities are healthy. All specialist citizens produce 1 extra yield. I rarely, if ever, have healthy citizens. So that's not my finest thing. So I think at the moment I'm leaning towards Al-Falah, because the yield from city development seems like a good thing, I think, if I'm understanding it correctly, of course. Or possibly Duncan, because everybody loves Duncan, but I'm always Duncan. I don't necessarily think I'm her that often, so I think I'm going to be Al-Falah. Okay, choose my colonists. Scientists, refugees, aristocrats, or engineers, or artistes. I think engineers is going to be the most useful of things. Production is always beneficial. Well, everything's always beneficial, but I think production gets you there quicker. So I think we'll go with production. Choose a spacecraft. The Continental Surveyor. Reveal coasts on the map. Retrograde thrusters. Wider area for choosing where to land that city. Land the first city, even. And additional visibility around starting area. Not terrible. Tectonic scanner. No technology is needed to see petroleum, geothermals, and titanium resources. Or the fusion reactor, which is 100 energy. Or the life form sensor. I'd be tempted to lean towards either tectonic scanner, but it's not going to take me that long to get the technology, I don't think. So it's not actually giving me a free technology. It's just saying I can see this without the technology, which means I feel like I'm going to end up trumping myself later on when I inevitably end up wasting my time getting the technology. I'll just have that early and not need it. I mean, starting with extra money, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Additional visibility wouldn't necessarily be terrible. Also, the wider area for choosing where to land might not be the worst situation. You know what? Retrograde thrusters, they will do. choose my cargo. My God, hydroponics. Ponics to do with water. It's interesting. I did see on the news the other day they were, or was it the news or something like Country File? I don't know. It was something on. It was just, as I was flitting between channels, it was on Hydro Thunder. That's an excellent game. Absolutely love that game. But yeah, there was this big sort of thing about. So you make it without soil. It's just water. Yes, it's hydroponics, and it was weird. Because hydroponics is not, I don't know. It was a weird thing because it felt like they were suggesting it was this new thing, and yet hydroponics I've seen in sci-fi stuff like this for ages and ages. So it was very peculiar for me, thinking, are you serious? You've never heard of hydroponics? I suppose arguably it's in Dead Space as well. There you go. I think it's in almost every sci-fi ever. I don't know whether maybe that's the thing. It's been in every sci-fi ever. Now the real world is catching up. Or, the journalist perhaps had to go with the idea of not knowing things because that allowed them to ask questions that regular viewers wouldn't understand either. But it just, I don't know. It was weird. It seemed like it was some kind of a wild and wondrous magical thing. We've got hydroponics. And yet hydroponics felt like it's been around for years and years and years, so it's a peculiar one. Machinery, begin with a worker unit, that's not terrible. Clinic, that's not terrible either. Pioneering technology, that's also not bad. Soldier, not terrible. I mean, they're all actually quite good, aren't they? Let's be perfectly honest, but I think maybe the worker. I think maybe we'll have a head up on science and have pioneering technology. Okay, let's have a look here. So, what planet are we landing on? Curry 597F. The primordial Terran world. A world with a few large landmasses separated by oceans and some smaller islands. Sounds fun. Curran 616E. Frigid Protean world. A world of one ocean and one very large continuous landmass with the possibility of small coastal islands. Fungal Atlantean world. Maseko 307H. A world of islands of varying sizes separated by narrow water passages. I mean, I feel like the primordial Terran world is probably going to be the best one. But then I do quite like the idea of a world of islands. Decisions. Or I could just go random and hope something interesting happens. Oh, trust me, we're landing on a planet with xenomorphs on it. Or Xenos, technically. Not xenomorphs, but Xenos is definitely around. There are lots and lots of aliens. Do you know what? Fuck it. Tiny islands. Well, I say tiny islands. Varying sized islands. But I get the impression they're smaller than the regular landmass. And now we may crash. I'm hoping not, but we might do. Here we go. Alphala is known as a phoenix-like collective of resilient and determined people. Waking sea ships. Please don't make me have to read the word waking anymore, because I am going to read it as wanking eventually. Special attention had been paid to creating and preserving as much of an Earth-like ambience as possible. Elaborate. Artificial terrariums and nurseries housed valuable pieces of Alphala's heritage and ensured that the people would never forget their homeland. Ooh, interesting that they specify that, because that makes me inclined to possibly go down the purity route. Because if they are sort of obsessed with this idea of being, never forgetting their homeland, I'd suggest purity might be the optimal path for them. Not that it makes any difference. You can do whatever you like.
Simulation resource or advisor. I am equipped to introduce you to the basics.
Very clever, but I don't think I need an advisor, thank you. Right, okie dokie. So, what is going to be the best place to land? I feel like here? Because that gets me a bit of construction there, bit of construction there. Oh, no, actually, tell a lie. I think the doubles may trump it, but then I'd end up knocking out a double there if I went there. The gold, I think maybe just slap bang in the middle might be the best bet. Because I get a triple apple and a gold. Double apps and some gold. Well, energy, technically. It's technically energy. So, yeah, go on, we'll land straight slap bang in the middle. That'll do me nicely. Thank you very much. The FRXS. Or FERX. FERX. Let's all go FERX. As far as I'm familiar with this game, I watched a video on how to cheese it to become OP. I see. I have not seen that video, and therefore do not necessarily know how to become OP, but I tend to just play it. I'll tell you what, we'll treat myself to actually renaming my cities, assuming I can figure out how. I cannot figure out how. There is definitely a way, I just don't know precisely how to do it. There may not be a way of doing it. 100% sure. Building, production queue. Huh. Sort of assumed I'd just do that and it would work, but it didn't. No. Where's the button? Where's the button? I don't know where the button is. I cannot see my button. Well, it looks like for now it's remaining as hard. We'll see. We'll see if something obvious crops up. No. I'm not seeing it. Weird. Oh well, never mind. Old Earth Relic is usually a good starting point. But no, I must admit, Veldin would probably not be the one I go for, because that's people. That's male personage. Whereas cities tend to go in a different route. Ultrasonic Fence, that's quite a good one. Clear Miasma, that's going to be quite a useful one. But that's going to take 39 bloody turns. I mean, in fairness, they're all going to take 39 bloody turns. Okay. We definitely need to get science going. So you're thinking chemistry. No, I slightly disagree. I think engineering. We'll stick with the military advisor. I don't have a plan of my own, so I'm going to probably stick with just basically going whatever I need, whenever I need it, and hoping for the best. We have our first guest arrived over there. We don't know who it is. We just know they exist. They exist as a little city over there. Oh, there's an alien in my path. I don't want an alien in my path. Let's go get that thing. Research! Yes! That's what we like to see. A research pod searched. Inside the resource pod, you found a cache of laboratory equipment from old Earth, made with precision techniques that are difficult to replicate on this planet. The equipment is eagerly welcomed by your scientists, providing 20 free research. Thank you. Gifts from home. Our sponsor had the foresight to send resource pods ahead of our expedition to be waiting when we arrived. Parts to a large research instrument have been found in this pod. The other pieces are probably around here somewhere. Find 2 resource pods. I will try. Ooh, a pristine Jowler Ball field set. A basic set of equipment for the Forgotten Earth sport Jowler Ball. That's definitely not a thing. This game was invented when rising sea levels forced low-lying islands to rethink both the use of space as well as the dependency on dry land, incorporating elements of rugby and cricket. The sport was considered a niche pastime until global climate change impacted larger urban areas. Okay. Team up with the alien, then betray him later. I mean, technically, you can just team up with the aliens. That's essentially what you do in the Harmony path. If you go down the Harmony path, you will, basically befriend the aliens. Because you've basically got three options, primarily. You've got Harmony, which is kind of becoming one with the planet, meeting the aliens and accepting the aliens and using the aliens, and everything's harmonious, I suppose, is the point. Then you've got the Purity, which is death to the aliens. The planet must become Earth, and we should accept nothing else. And then you've got Supremacy, where everything's robots. Let us all become robots. For our colony to prosper, we should consider expanding. We should focus our efforts on researching how to create new outposts for the colony. I believe I've already got pioneering. Yes, I already started with it. Research is completed, and we can now construct the mobile machinery needed to found an outpost. I will try and build a colonist. No, you don't want a colonist. You want a colonist, not a colonist. You don't want it up your colon. That's the point. Harmony boring, Purity nice. Other one, I think Supremacy is one of the best ones because, as I say, robots, lots and lots of delicious robots. But I do quite like Harmony. Is actually quite fun because you do get to ride aliens, and that's just, it's just fun. Look at me, Ma! I've got an alien ride. Yeehaw! Whereas Purity is, it's not bad. It's probably what I'm going to do here, because, as I say, I wasn't sure what I was going to head towards, but because they specified, I wonder, maybe we've got a... No. Amazing. Oh, I could have... Oh, I see. Interesting. Yeah, that's fine. Open that. No. Don't need that open. Focus. Citizen management. Citizens. Doodars. Change. Purchase. Don't need to change your purchase. Combat strength. Yeah. No. I'm surprised it's not more obvious how you change the city name. I feel like I must... Now I'm slightly too obsessed. Because I was convinced you could. Edit! There we go. It's just super fucking tiny. Well, we might as well do the old Discord title, which is the City of Drakeford. There we go. Good. The City of Drakeford is here. The City of Drakeford is here. An alien nest. Oh no, aliens. Oh dear. Yes, there are definitely aliens here. A resource pod searched. You found a portable reactor and fuel source inside the resource pod. You are able to activate it despite some damage from landing, providing 40 energy. This is the battered near light speed accelerator. Laser-based propulsion technology, these particle accelerators were a failed attempt at developing an incredibly fast means of powering spacecraft. The significant venture, backed by multiple investors, failed to adhere a viable solution in time for seed ship travel. If you're wondering why I'm having trouble reading it sometimes, you might already be able to tell. It's fucking tiny. I think it's the nature of having... sort of, I've ended up going on the old, oh, that's not bad. Not bad at all, but I am tempted to just start with military. Because I feel like it might be quite beneficial, but I don't know. Put that one Yeah, go on. Do you know what? I'll just do that one first. And then we'll see what happens later on. If I fancy doing more militaristic things or not. I mean, arguably, as purity, I kind of have to do militaristic things to some degree. Imagining a city of J where the national theme is Skies of Arcadia. Oh yeah. I don't know whether I'd choose my usual favourite, which is the Bombard one, or whether I'd go with the opening theme song. Another portable reactor, so more energy. But yeah, I think it's basically because of my resolution. All of the menu is tiny, and there's not a whole lot I can do about that because you can't in game certainly. You can't seem to change the sort of zoom of the stuff, but still. News from the capital. Activists calling themselves a private militia have made a citizen's arrest. The criminal in question, a professional biologist by the name of Pierre Petrillo. To the activists, a rogue researcher tampering with a dangerous foreign substance. His story, a simple scientist experimenting with miasma in the privacy of his own residence. Petrillo claims he was learning more about the substance in an attempt to negate its harmful effects for colonists in the field. The militia's stated goal, however, is to prevent activity which could endanger citizens on the new colony. They claim the scientist was using his own body for experimentation. The group destroyed all volatile materials as part of their arrest and has brought the scientists to the doors of the local prison. So if we want to go towards purity or supremacy, we apprehend the scientist. If we want to go harmony, we free the scientist. Well, I'm suggesting we're going to go purity. So I'm going to arrest the son of a bitch. How dare you start experimenting on other people, and you, and generally doing things that you shouldn't. News update. Dangerous scientist apprehended. We're hearing reports now that colony officials have taken custody of Dr. Pierre Petrillo. A government spokesperson had this to say. There's a place for this sort of experimentation, but it's not near the homes of unsuspecting citizens. Further altering the human form to survive in this toxic environment is a perversion we cannot encourage. We will construct a facility to carefully dispose of this material before it can do any real harm. Thank you. A recycler building. I will try and do a recycler building in the not too distant future. Commercial enterprise. Our newly constructed memorial to Old Earth, while important to the people, is expensive to maintain. A privately held corporation has quietly approached us about buying the relic with assurances that they will keep it accessible to the public. For the most part. So if I sell the rights to the Old Earth relic, I get free maintenance. Not terrible. Or I can refuse the offer and get more culture from the relics. I think, to be honest, more culture I think is going to be more worthwhile. I can get energy from other sources, so that's not too bad. So we're getting more culture from our Old Earth relics. And now what we're going to do is pop over here and investigate with a little expedition. Dig the hole and find out about the skeleton of the ancient alien creature. Okay, oh, you can bombard. I'm hoping that's going to just sod off. But what we could probably do with is at least a couple of soldiers roaming around to protect our citadel and generally stop the aliens being bastards. Because I do require them not to be bastards. Oh, just next turn. I think you can technically set that to be automatic, but I don't mind having to push the button. It makes me feel more involved in the game. Develop a virtue. Okay, so we can either head towards military powers or... Oh, 15% towards wonders. That's not terrible. 5% more energy in the capital. Again, not bad. From every basic resource. That's not terrible as well. Do I want to become an industry master? Oh, master. Do I want to become the master of industry? I mean, I might do. Might not be the worst. It's going to be slightly problematic if I start running into trouble with military people, but... for now, go on. Let's focus on a bit of building. Why not? Why not focus on a little bit of building? Expedition completed. After many fruitless months excavating the alien skeleton, but I would like to just point out, despite it only being 2 turns, I think each turn, I don't think they specify here. Clearly it's a couple of turns is fruitless months. I don't think it's a full year, because that seems a bit extreme, but I don't know. I don't know what the turns equate to. Oh well. I think once upon a time they were just a year, potentially, in the original sort of civs. Not sure what they are here. Oh well. Excavating the alien skeleton, alien life form approached from the wilds as if it was called. Your expedition team quickly armed itself, but this proved unnecessary. Whatever reverence it held for the dead skeleton seems to have transferred to you. An alien raptor bug is now under your control. Sweet. And I've got acidic crystals. An acidic compound that forms a crystalline structure at room temperature. These crystals are extremely brittle and will yield under the slightest pressure, turning momentarily into a liquid before quickly reforming. The material is extremely toxic, despite emitting a pleasant odour. Oh, that's unfortunate. Right, what we can do is we can do things with those artefacts. Don't necessarily know if it's going to be good things, but we can technically do things. Oh, hello. Tesseract targeting. Cities can bombard through terrain obstacles. Yeah, go on. Have a bit of that. So, an advanced missile guidance system. This little understood technology harnesses the 4th dimension to improve the accuracy of long-range strikes. Particularly useful for colonial defences. The process is also completely undetectable. Did you hear of the Dead Space 1 remake? I did. I heard of the remake. I didn't know there was an official teaser trailer out just yet. But I did hear tell that there was some kind of remake on the horizon. Let's have more money in the capital. Yes. Go for it. And now we've got Alien to control. So you can just wander over there and then we'll have our next turn. I don't 100% know how I feel about a Dead Space 1 remake, considering Dead Space 1 doesn't feel that old. And I know they've remade things younger than Dead Space, I think, in fairness, but it's still sort of like, I don't know, slightly concerning, because I don't know, assuming it's exactly the same, it doesn't make that much difference to me. But if they start adding bits, it might actually make me go, I do kind of want to get that, and that'll be annoying. But still, I'll have to wait and see. Wait and see if it looks any good, or if it looks just like it's pretty much the same thing. I can just stick with the old version. So here we go. I've got the thorium reactor and the repair facility, and I get the combat rover, and I revealed titanium, which is nice. Right, my explorer can go back to base camp. And maybe even the aliens can follow back, because there's other aliens in my base camp. There's aliens in my base camp! What am I going to do? There's aliens in my base camp! Right, I think this time we'll go for ecology, because I do want that fence, as the fence is quite useful. Quite useful indeed. I don't know how I feel about having a raptor bug on my team, even. On my time. Got a raptor bug on my time. My timepiece, turns out, it's a raptor bug. Very weird having a raptor bug on your wrist. And it just sort of pops up and goes... And you just have to sort of know that means it's 2 o'clock. As I say, it's an awkward timepiece. Superb, you've now got an exploration module back, which means I want you to sort of wander off back up north. I think, is that destroying the alien nest? I can't remember. I had this problem earlier, but I can't remember how to destroy alien nests. Maybe I'd need a technology to destroy alien nests, or I need to sort of specifically do something else. I don't know. But they don't ruin it. I mean, I can't imagine they can ruin it. But, there you go. If good, can't wait so I can stream it and boss it nice. Went for all the Dead Spaces and now went from scared to Chad. Very nice. What we got? Blood banks. Since opening our clinic, the populace has been split by an ideological divide. Securing and improving our new territory has put great strain on both our military and civil workforces, and both contend that the hazards they face should be offset by state-sponsored healthcare. Our fledgling colony does not have the resources to do both. Which, then, has the greater need of aid? Okay, so care for defence workers gets extra hit points to the city. Care for civil workers gets extra health from the clinics. I think it's going to be care for the civil workers. Defence and security are vital, but our colony must invest in its infrastructure if we are to truly thrive. Our civil workers are the engine even, that powers our growth and our economy. Providing them with care is a small price to pay to safeguard that progress. I still have yet to complete Dead Space 2, and I haven't even touched Dead Space 3. Some would say that might be a good thing, because of course Dead Space 3 was the shit amongst the pigeons, as it were. But I can't say I was... Here we go, I have to pillage the alien nest. Good. Glad I figured that one out. And now, ideally, what I kind of want to do... I want to be dealing with my soldiers. Did I not build a soldier? I could have sworn I'd built a soldier. Oh, here we go. A unit needs orders. That's probably... No, I need... No? Okay. But what did I build? If I didn't build that, then probably best to build a soldier now, then. Go on, you can just sort of roam around and see what happens. Oh, there's a soldier. Fuck me, there is a soldier here. Absolute bullshit. Absolute 110% horseshit. There's a lot of aliens here. I'm slightly concerned about the sheer volume of aliens that are in fact present here. Tell you what, we can probably bombard that alien. That would kill that alien. Okay. That's fine. I guess we'll go and just shoot the alien then. What people say about Dead Space 3 is it's far from DS1, but playing back to back it's worth playing as it's structurally a good game, just not like DS1. That's fair. I mean, certainly the plan is to eventually play through the rest of 2 and play the third one. But sometimes those plans take an alarmingly long time to come to fruition, I fear. But we shall see eventually. Oh, hello! Oh, greetings, Elodie. Usually, it's difficult to know for certain, but most of the time, Elodie has been a bitch. So, it's not the best of ones to meet first. Oh, the aliens are unhappy with me. This is inconvenient. That's quite a lot of damage I've taken. And now I might lose my raptors, because they are in the middle of aliens. This is unfortunate. I mean, I know I did technically smite their nest. But, you know, you don't have to be douchebags. Really, I kind of want the discipline. And then maybe back off into the city. And then heal in the city, because otherwise you are going to die. And maybe continue bombarding a couple of aliens from the city. Although the city doesn't get experience for bombarding aliens, so just a touch awkward to have done that, but never mind. Doo-doo. No, don't kill my... I'm not that fussed if you kill the raptor, it was a free unit. If you kill my soldier, I'd be slightly annoyed, but just killing the raptor is of no real significance. It's plausible I've gotten away with that. We shall have to wait and see. Come rain or shine, and I'll be watching DS1 video again like every other year. Tradition, a Halloween tradition. Very nice. I'm very glad it's gets to see the light of day once a year. You found a portable reactor once again, and this, we've got a plasma turbine engine, an advanced propulsion technology developed on Earth. Although a few governments adopted plasma turbines for use in their spacecraft, the inefficiency and dangerous nature of the technology keep it out of reach for all but the wealthiest nations. And nobody here is a wealthy nation. Actually, I think everybody here is a wealthy nation, in fairness, because that's how they managed to get off the Earth. But, okay, so I think we may have actually saved our fella, which is, nice enough, isn't it? Hey! Right, I think at this point maybe we need to start heading towards a military path, although I haven't said that. Yeah, we'd need 2 more in the industry path to... Which would be... Alright, let's get some more experience. Now we're starting to fight aliens. I think it's probably worthwhile popping in some military virtues. Oh, here we go. Another one inbound. Yeah, another one is, and another one is, and another one is inbound. Oh, yeah. Soldiers, go! Smite the alien scum. Destroy the foul Xenos. You did not destroy the foul Xenos. You appear to have sort of left the foul Xenos roughly there. I mean, you killed a few of them, but not quite enough. Excuse me, corpse, you're in the way. You didn't want to come on the deck with me. Ah, fuck. Yes, that one is one of the ones even I managed to remember the... ah, fuck! And the other one I remember is just the word shit. Simple, but effective. Darn it, are you going to be able to kill that? It is risky to try and kill that thing. No, you are still not able to actually kill the fucker. Unbelievable. You guys are useless. Ooh, another pod. We do like getting pods. Yes, we do want a little pod in our life. Yeah, you just suicided, didn't you, alien friend? And by alien friend, I mean alien scum. Right, let's have our second soldier explore a little bit. Yeah, nice. Found a collection of goods and luxuries from old Earth that your people never thought they would see again. These rally and refocus your people, providing 20 culture. That is a good amount of culture. What the balls? And some kind of notice would be nice, man. Oh, interesting. Okay. Several new ventures wish to establish their operation near our territory. They provide different services that may be useful to us. Shackleton provides culture, production, and science to any city that establishes a trade route. Golden Bell Temple provide food, energy, and culture to any city that establishes a trade route. Which would I like to approve? I think I want culture, production, and science, please. I'll approve Shackleton. I want Biggie Shackleton here, please. Thank you. Good. I will try and build a trade depot, which is handy because it is now the time to build trade depots. Ooh, I've made a lovely triangular motif in my citadel, which I'm quite pleased by. Another little pod, lovely jubbly. I do like little pods. I want to get my little pod, and you get your little pod and you put it in the washer, and the little pod expands, and it cleans your clothes. And I do like those little pods. The collapsing family library. I wouldn't necessarily want a collapsing one, but I think it's designed to be collapsible. A collapsible structure, yes, there you go, used for private study, built to fit inside increasingly small homes on Earth. The collapsing family library was hailed as the 22nd century education innovation. It was an affordable and reliable alternative for families unable to afford a permanent space for their children to learn. As space became even more scarce, schools adopted the use of these collapsing libraries as well. A grim thought from our current perspective that, well, having said that, I think 22nd century is quite far away, question mark? I never quite remember how the bloody centuries work. I think we are 21st, aren't we?
When Coyote learned he was
fairly certain, anyway. Which I think is...
His howl echoed through the rifts.
Unless, did 2000 change that? Fuck knows. I really don't know how fucking centuries work. But still. I suppose, actually, yeah, 21st. Yeah, centuries, 100 years if fucking bell end. So, yeah. So theoretically, 1900 was 20th century? And then 2000 was 21st century. So we are currently in the 21st century, I think. So we've got a while, is what I'm saying. We've got a little while until the 22nd century. I will probably not see the 22nd century, I think, is the idea. Because that would be the 2100. So we'll see. When Coyote learned and his doings, Mr. Coyote did his doings, and we all had fun. Right. Let's try and find some more alien scum, because we need to purify the planet, remove the foul xenos from existence. Right, chemistry's not a bad idea, but doom doom ba bow 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 ba bang doom dee 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 do dee doo day. Miasmic repulsor. That's not a bad idea. Allows workers miasma immunity. That's a very good idea. But I don't actually have any workers at the moment, so that's not necessarily the best of options. Let's go computing. Maybe. Computing is going to take quite some time, but it is still worth it. I just need to build my science reserves. My science seems very low. I need to figure out what to do about my science being quite so low. Oh, here we go. I am researching computing. How very convenient. For your eyes only. Doo-doo. A mysterious encrypted transmission was received from an unknown origin. After some considerable effort, it has been decoded. The clear text reads, "The Culper cell requires infrastructure for covert operations. Should you choose to accept, you will be rewarded in time." Ooh. Have I watched Disenchantment? No, I have not, because I think that was Netflix. I feel like that was a Netflix one, and I don't have Netflix, so I haven't seen anything Netflix based. But maybe someday, eventually, I will get round to actually paying out for a bit of Netflix. But I'm currently paying out for the old Disney, so I'm kind of wanting to do one or t'other. And Mandalorian 1, essentially. Mixed with the fact that I did get a bunch of free months for purchasing Kingdom Hearts. So that kind of affected my decision as well. Let's carry on wandering around the planet. All those aliens seem to have disappeared. I suppose it's probably because their nest was killed. Oh, I need to push the button. Is this Order 60? Oh, hello there. How did I find the Mandalorian? Absolutely fantastic. And yes, hello there, Mr. Blueboosh. Welcome. How are you today, Mr. Blueboosh? Are you well? Have you painted anything today? It's going to be the basic first question every single time, I suspect. But, you do it so well. So I like to know what you've been painting. Any more spider villains? Spider villains. I was walking through the city when I spied villains. Not painted, but prepared for said painting. Ooh, and who has been prepared? Who is next to go under the brush? Sounds a lot more ominous when you say it like that. He has been prepared. Prepared for what? Prepared to go under the brush. But yeah, Mandalorian I think was a fantastic series. It had just the right sort of tone and just the right balance of sort of entertainment and amusement. And yeah, just in general, everything about that series I felt was very fun and lovely. Worm killing! I traded my life for my leg when I met the great worm. Now, with all the fury and courage this cripple can bring to bear, I hunt the earth drinker, I hunt the worm. I have to kill a siege worm, and that is no easy task, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Siege worms are big and nasty. Oh, hello, Mr. Siege Worm. That's why it gave me the quest, because I finally encountered a siege worm. But yeah, they are brutal. They are absolutely brutal. An orc commando. Nice. I must admit. Oh, there is another siege worm. Well, that's not great news, is it? It's not what you want to see when you just rock up into a forest. Oh, fuck. There's a siege worm. I'm also sitting on miasma, which is not what I particularly want, but sometimes that's just not, you know, sometimes it's not viable to get what you want. Sometimes it's simply viable to, you know, find yourself sitting next to a fucking worm. It's just Wrigley from the other game. I mean, technically, they do sort of do roughly the same thing, but they can also siege a city and destroy it in seconds. So, for now, we kind of probably want to not piss off the siege worm until I can actually deal with the siege worm. I'm assuming you're still Elodie, are you? You're moving in into my territory, Elodie, and I don't necessarily like that. But I don't exactly have the troops to deal with that situation at the exact moment in time, so... Welcome, Elodie. Welcome, friend. Oh, Hanjimoon! Just as we expected. Greetings, Waiguken. Not entirely sure what it might be a Waiguken as well. Not entirely sure how you'd say that, but nonetheless, I don't know what it means. But hello, Hanji. Possibly Hanjay. I don't know. I tend to like to call him Hanji because I don't know, the word amuses me. Hello, I'm Hanjimoon. I suppose we could just call him Mr. Moon. That would work. If we interact with him all that much. Might be a case of we end up having to kill the man, but you never know, he might be nice. I've had decent interaction with Hanji in the past. Camp Cascade. Oh, hello. You fucking... Really? Really? You went there, did you? You went there. You saw the word camp, and you went straight to the... Oh, hello. Yeah, I know. But I can't help myself. Oh, hello. Hello. Elodie is moving out a bit more. Elodie has just found prosperity. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. I don't think I should be allowing Elodie to be moving around. But again, I emphasise the fact that I don't really have the choice at the moment. Elodie is going to be allowed to move around at the moment. I think maybe the production costs towards military, because I really do need to get my military up and running in the not too distant future. I really need another city in the not too distant future. I found another alien nest. Oh, that's unfortunate. And hopefully I do need to try and get my unit... Oh, we've ran into that siege worm again. Or you wish I hadn't, but... Fortunately, basically, if you see the aliens, if they're anything other than green, they stand a semi-decent chance of attacking you. If they're green, however, more than likely they're just going to leave it alone. So I want to go down to Biggie Shackleton, please, if you don't mind. And now let's try and get out of the miasma, but the miasma seems to be infinite here, which is problematic. Come on. Oh, God. More miasma. The miasma situation is proving slightly intolerable. I think we're going to need a worker. Although I do need to start getting more colonists out so I can pop a couple other cities around here. No, that's going to be a minor defeat. I think I need to just back off here because I am deep in the miasma with a lot of alien friends, and spoiler alert, they're not your friend. So it's an unwise situation to be dealing with. There's just so much miasma. And miasma, if you were wondering why I'm bothered by the miasma, that's why, if you happen to spot that. -10 to my health bar if I am sat in miasma. The alien unit I've got there actually probably is not. They might be slightly pissy now because I've just gone next to their nest. But still. Hopefully my explorer can survive. Okay, those aliens... Oh, again, they're slightly pissy because I went next to their nest. Okay, yeah, I think I may have just lost that soldier. I should have pulled him out of the situation way earlier, especially now. Bye, friend. Bye. That's inconvenient, to say the least. Our specialists are hurrying to unlock the secrets of the ecosystem on this planet, particularly the alien creatures. They require materials for their research and development, and will reward us well for keeping them in good supply. Kill 10 aliens. I can give it a go, but this guy, definitely not happening. Because annoyingly, he just can't. He's not going to make it out of there, is he? Total defeat, total defeat, total defeat, total defeat. Good. Well, I'll move there and hope they might get distracted wandering around elsewhere. Because they're not fully aggressive. They're just, I think, slightly pissy because I'm next to their nest. More energy, always good. And, oh, there's another nest. That's not so good. Let's see. Nope, they've gone after him. Also, I put him in miasma, which I didn't realise, so he was going to die anyway. Well, I'm sorry, friend, but there you go. That sucks. Sucks. Big old Dickus. Dickus Maximus, indeed. Let's try and build an expedition there. Hope for the best. I might just try and trash this nest and grab that resource pod. Well, hot raptor on raptor action. No, okay, this is not. This is a situation where you need a lot more military units. No, my aliens should be able to thrive in the miasma. Pillage, 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 pillage. No, not alert. Pillage, pillage. There we go. Good. We got some more food for Drake forward, and now we can also grab one of these resource pods. A bit of culture. The Worn Metalmark Media Cube. An old Earth toy that changes its appearance by projecting imagery onto its 6 sides. This toy derived from physical puzzles of the 20th century and was popular with both children and adults. Don't. Okay, no, you can do that. That's an enemy boat. I couldn't give a shit. Oh, also, that's not the alien doing that. That's an unknown player doing that. I think we've just met the player. CE. Oh, I think she might. Yeah, I suppose arguably American. She probably does speak English. I genuinely thought Duncan was the only one. But CEO Suzanne Fielding. Hello. Kill you later. Which is not 100% guaranteed, but yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's quite likely that eventually I will end up killing that woman. But, you know. I might leave her in charge of one city or something. You know, I don't have to kill the entire population of a area. Combat rover is probably the better choice, although I do rather want to get another colonist. I want another city. At least another city. So, cool. I think that should be fine. Maybe? I don't know if that's going to overwrite the food stuff. If it wasn't obvious, I'm not that good at Civilization. I just quite like playing it nonetheless. And I realise that could sum up a lot of games that I play, in fairness, but I don't have that deep understanding that some people do, which is sort of knowing all of the bits and pieces off the top of your head by heart. But yeah, I muddle through. Expedition! Gained a boost of production. Lovely jubbly. Which means my combat rover is ready. Only a minor victory. Slightly concerning. The aliens are too strong. Bad news, especially since my bloody rover is possibly in trouble there if I do start continuing. You can just sit and heal for a moment or two. You're going to have to wander around there, I suppose. And then, I suppose, since I've got basically a free rover, I will continue building another rover, and that means I'm going to get 2 rovers, which I think is fun. And if this rover dies, and then I build that second rover, that means it's the rover's return. There's a pub in Coronation Street, not an alien space unit. Well, he took a fucking beating, didn't he? There's too many aliens. There are too many aliens here. I don't like how many aliens there are here. The only good bug is a dead bug. That was my achievement. I just unlocked it. And I also believe, if memory serves, I don't know for certain, not for absolute certain anyway, I believe that is a reference to Starship Troopers, I think. I couldn't say for absolute certain, it may be something else, but I'm fairly certain it is a line out of Starship Troopers, which is one of the... I mean, it's one of the worst but greatest films I think ever. It's a fantastic film. I do like that film. It's just quite a daft film. Very enjoyable though. I used to sit and watch the in the mornings before I'd have to go to school, I think this was. But yeah, I used to enjoy the animated TV series of Starship Troopers as well. So I've discovered the Hekima Station. Maybe one day I will get a trade agreement with the Hekima Station, perhaps. But not right now. For now... Oh dear, there's a siege worm inbound. That's not great news. I'm going to need a lot more tools to deal with a siege worm. Which is problematic, because it may actually come at me. Which is not what you want in life. It's not what you need in the world. It's not what you want, and it's not what you need. I may need to pull this man back to the city if we start having trouble with aliens. And spoiler alert, we are having trouble with aliens. Good Lord Almighty. Right, I wanted you to deal with that miasma. I might need to try and buy some of those repulsors. Or I'll need the technology first. I went for computing, unfortunately, and I went for missiles. I want missiles! But then I suppose I can use those missiles to shoot things off into space. That'd be quite useful. No, I'm not going to make that, but we can wrap round a little bit. And then just get on land so that... Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll get on land so the sea alien can't kill me, but the land alien can. That's cool. Minor victory, that's good. That's what we want to see. We like to see minor victories. God damn it, will you kill the alien? Fine, the city is going to have to kill the alien. Are you happy? No. I will never be happy. Right. Well, it's going to be difficult justifying getting a bloody anything here, because the ultrasonic fence is probably the best bet, but I do want a colonist. I suppose maybe I should use my diplomatic points to buy a colonist, rather than fucking around trying to wait until I can build one naturally. Oh great, there's so many aliens. There's so many aliens everywhere. Why is there so many aliens? I don't want there to be this many aliens. I've just driven onto miasma again, haven't I? Yes, I have. Good. Good job, me. Good job. Skip that, because I don't need you to move any further. Ooh, a little pod. Good. Glad to see a pod in my life. I think if that's going to be another artifact, we might have another chance at doing a fancy gubbins thing. Oh, you bastard. Why you gotta be a prick? I do not know. I don't know why you got to be a prick, but apparently it's got to be a prick. Doesn't like not being a prick. Is that miasma? No, that's off of miasma now. Veterancy and then heal yourself, and then you skip for now because you're not doing very well. A solar collector! Lovely jubbly. Double alien nests! Not so lovely jubbly. Let's launch a solar... Actually, I shouldn't do that. I've just realised. It's fine. Doesn't make that much difference at this point in time, but it might do in the future. Which is why I feel like I shouldn't do that. That one's one of the lowest priorities. Health from soldiers is not a terrible one. But I think considering the fact that I'm having so many problems with aliens, it might be worthwhile having that. We did just get a free virtue, which is also quite nice. So shall we have a little bit of extra gold, or a little bit extra energy? Always call it gold, because essentially that's what its purpose serves in this game, but it is technically called energy. Right, so let's see about just moving out and seeing what's there. Okay, bad things, good. Yeah, this is probably why I'm having quite such immense alien problems. It's because there's just a lot of nests here. So I might have to try and clear some of these nests out. Right, construct a plantation on the alien leaves. Well, I'm keeping Elodie and Suzanne, yeah, keeping them at bay because they're impressed at my statistics. They are super impressed by my vital statistics, which is quite pleasing. I like keeping these people at bay until I want to make war with them, and then it's my choice. Minor victory. I do not have good units here at the moment. Pillage the nest. Oh, something strange has occurred. A small number of soldiers have gone missing at the site of a recently defeated alien nest. A preliminary scan shows the massive cave system located beneath the site. We should organise an expedition. I will try. I also got Cocoon. You have destroyed an alien nest and done the doings. And then hopefully we can carry on doing some doings there. Get a little healthy doings there. For now we'll just skip that, considering you're struggling. Take off and nuke the site. So that would be a good plan. Purchase. I think we'll purchase an explorer, and that's about all we can purchase because that's all we've got. Return to the map. Quest decision. With the depot now built, we've been able to amass an adequate surplus of resources. The question is, what to do with our abundance of goods? Do we send it to our factories, or allow our merchants freedom to trade with it? So aid production, we get production from trade depots, or we get extra energy from trade depots. Production is almost always worthwhile. If we are to grow in strength, then literal growth is required. We shall put our excess resources into production, so that we may reach our future even faster. Trade depots now produce things as well. I must admit, I don't think there's nukes in this one. There are nukes in most of the other Civilization games. Because, of course, if you're unaware, if you've not been around for Civilization, I don't know who hasn't been around for Civilization, it's been around for quite some time, but if you are not aware of Civilization, there is the old classic meme of Gandhi throwing down nukes, which I think is one of the most fun things you could ever say. A flexible keratin tusk. But yeah, there was a glitch, a bug in the original Civilization game, which was basically, I think, I can't remember the phrase, but their sort of aggression level, I think, was basically 0 to 99 or something, and most of them sort of were somewhere in the middle for the most part. But what you could end up with is a situation where Gandhi loses a lot more of that aggression, and somewhere along the line wraps round to the highest possible value. So rather than it being 0 minus 1 is still 0 because that's the lowest number, it didn't think like that. It was something along the lines of 0 minus 1 is the 99, which meant Gandhi basically went, I'm a pacifist, I'm a pacifist, I'm a super pacifist, I'm going to nuke everybody. He would just suddenly turn and nuke all of the people. And then I think they did sort of play with that in the later games, which is quite amusing. Because, of course, I think Gandhi has forever, in Civilization, Gandhi has forever been the man to start start nuclear warfare. The Pan-Spectral Observatory, a specialised observatory built to perform advanced tracking of solar winds, cosmic radiation, and other astral phenomena. Yes! Soon we will have the Fantastic Four. Helps prolong the lives of a colony's satellites. Nice. We'll leave the other one because I like to leave the other one. Is there an alien? No, we've dealt with that alien nest, so we want to go over to that alien nest, although this alien is now proper pissed off at me. In fairness, because I'm wiping out a lot of alien nests, they are proper pissed at me. They are going to be super aggressive. Like, ridiculously so. But hopefully... hopefully we can survive is the key thing. I cannot guarantee this fact, though. A stalemate. Go on, we'll have a go. Get a bit of experience in there. And then I don't think, those guys are going to lose that battle. So I think we need to back off before we start fucking around with any more nests. We need a better plan. And that plan cannot be hope for the best. But still, that is basically what I'm going to end up doing. If I do that, I might lose my alien unit, which, in fairness, the fact that I'm sort of finding myself desperately in need of units now is going to be troublesome. I suppose, yeah, I need to start buying more units, I think, really. Buy a couple more units. Oh, especially don't die, Mr. Rover, sir. Don't die. I need you to survive. Also need to not put you in miasma. Well, having said that, you'd think the vehicles would be slightly better at dealing with miasma, wouldn't you? But I don't think they are. I think they are still just as shite as it. The aliens do seem to be backing off slightly, which means I should perhaps take that as a sign that I should perhaps stop fucking about with them. But colonist, finally, we're going to get ourselves a colonist. We are also going to purchase ourselves, I feel like the combat rover, strength 12, strength 10. Yeah, I feel like the combat rover is just better. It's just an upgrade to the basic soldier. But I think the problem I'm suffering slightly is I have very little veterancy. Because they're not able to actually start killing the units all that much. But hopefully, soon, sooner rather than later, we will start gaining some form of veterancy. I wonder if they're going to be safe there for now. The explorer is going to need to be sort of guided to the nest. Decisive victory, that's what we like to see. Bang, bang, big guns. My big guns, they go bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. My big guns, they go bang, bang, bang. And the Xenos are dead. Woo! That's what we like to see, see, see. See, see, see. See, see, see. We like to see dead Xenos. We do. We and do. Well done. Well done. You really fucking ballsed up that rhyme, didn't you? Yes. Yes, I did. I think you need to hang back for a moment or two. Decisive victory again, but we are going deeper into enemy territory, which is always a bad thing. Oh, also not as decisive as you claimed, you prick. We'll go there in support of my unit, but we are still dramatically outnumbered. But we are doing better, I think. We are doing better against the Xenos. So it's going to be a... Still going to be a bit of an uphill struggle, I think, but I feel like we can help. Okay, no, there's more aliens here. Fuck. Oh, here we go. The Marvel discovered. We have comic books. I told you we were heading towards the Fantastic Four. Explorers from a neighbouring colony have discovered a colossal alien fungus. The mountain-sized specimen is largely inaccessible due to a treacherous landscape of surrounding rock. Hundreds of years of growth have disrupted the surrounding terrain, creating hazardous badlands and covering the fungus in airborne debris. It's unlikely that a species this large would live in isolation. We should study any other specimen we can find. Okay, that's not so bad. We can probably do that. Now, see, I'd almost want to heal him, but I kind of don't want to heal him at the same time. I realise that's bizarre, twisted logic, but it is logic somewhere on the line. Nice. Trashed him. Yay! Fresh specimens! Quest completed. Our campaign has netted a handsome stock of specimen materials. The researchers at Shackleton will pay us well for our assistance. Ooh, recent advances in computer technology have laid the foundations for a sophisticated surveillance and covert operations organization, provided there was a way to train covert agents. Spy agency building. I will try. So do I. Apart from the fact they do take the piss a lot. Like a lot. So I've got missile rovers, networks, and spy agencies. I also have managed to upgrade my supremacy, which is weird considering I was going for purity. That's fine. It's fine. I suppose technically I could just change tack if I particularly wanted to. I now have upgraded soldiers. This is good. When not embarked, plus 15% attack when attacking. I think that's probably a nice one. And the patrol boat. I don't even own a patrol boat, but still. We'll go against submarines and naval units. I think that feels like a good idea. Can't guarantee it, but it feels like a good idea. Right. So my military advisor is still obsessed with robotics. Which is fine. Technically fine. But where were those miasmic repulsors? Alien biology. I have to study the alien before I can truly demolish it. Now, what do we want here? Science for killing, yes. Science for killing. That's what we need. We need science for killing. They look bigger. I don't know why, but they definitely do look bigger. I don't think they actually grow in size, but I think maybe I zoomed in, perhaps. Maybe I accidentally zoomed in at some point. That may have done it. Right, these guys need to back off, I think, because otherwise they may die, and nobody wants them to be dead. These guys, a major victory. That's not too bad. It's not decisive, but not too bad either. Veterancy gained. Who's gained veterancy? You've gained veterancy. Who's a clever little boy? It's amazing how they just suddenly bring another car into existence there. Oh, poor little raptor. I mean, arguably they just bring more people into existence as well, but I don't know. There's something slightly more amusing when it comes to it being cars that suddenly reappear. Why do cars suddenly appear every time you are near? Minor defeat. Oh, poopy pants. The pants of poo. Have you got a set of handsome poo pants? I do have a set of handsome poo pants. That's quite a good one. Is there much of my food around there? Good production, but not a lot of food. Oh, that might work. Okay, that looks satisfying enough for me. I popped it in the miasma. Of course I popped it in miasma. That's what I do. I always pop it in the miasma. It's because I'm a fucking idiot. Drakeford needs something else to build. The spy agency. That seems like a reasonably good idea. But I do need more workers. Well, I say that. Well, I do. Spy agency, though. We're going to get spies. Fuck the workers. I want James Bond. All up in my house. Right, hopefully, I think they're spread out enough that they're not going to prove too troublesome. Also, the Raptors just won, which is good. Good, the Raptors. Good. Right. Miasma was never going to make that much difference. I think, was it that space I liked the look of? Yeah, I think it was. Sometimes they put a little flag up telling you that it's a good space. But they didn't here, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, kind of sucks, but what are you going to do, eh? What are you going to do? You're going to do fuck all. That's what you're going to do. You're going to sit there and enjoy it. Right. Next turn, are you 100% sure there's not... Yes, okay, there's that, but... Big dollops. Big dollops, little dollops. Big dollops, little dollops. Oh, hello. You better not get in my way. I'm going to be very annoyed if you get in my way. Ah. Go, little raptor creatures, go. Are they called? They are called raptors, aren't they? Yes. An alpha raptor bug. Yay, a little victory. But, you know, sometimes you've got to take the little victories. As said Alan Davis. I watched his, the reason I specified that is I watched his comedy special called Little Victories the other day. Very entertaining it was too. Tell you what, let's try and get this explorer wrapped around and see if he can't achieve something. It's going to be devilishly difficult to achieve something in the miasma there. Is there miasma on the... yeah, there is, of course there is. There's always fucking miasma. There's miasma everywhere. It's ridiculous. Okay, this worker... I mean, I could do with this worker actually doing productive things, but I think for now I might need him to just clear out the miasma for the bloody explorer to deal with, because I don't think he can do it himself, which is a problem. Get rid of that nest. Good. Oh, here we go. 0 point soil. Oh, making way for a hyperspace bypass. Because I've killed enough alien nests. Nice. I'm getting all the achievements this afternoon. Wasn't expecting that. Naturally buoyant soil. Samples of this soil become inexplicably airborne once they come in contact with water. Seemingly repelled from the ground, these samples only lose the property after reaching the planet's upper atmosphere. This confounding behaviour has also made the substance an exceedingly rare find. Ooh, science! I think, yes. Patent your discoveries. Each new species represents an opportunity for uncontestable ownership of that life form. I have the miasmic repulsor now. Yes! And workers now have immunity to miasma as well. That's very useful. And then science. And then something else I wanted to do. Oh, artifacts. Because I now have 3 alien artifacts. I think you can mix alien, old Earth and progenitor, but I didn't. So, yeah, that's fine. A vapor shield. Yeah, whatever. Vapor shield. A comprehensive defense technology. A chemical compound ejected from an outfitted ship converts the surrounding water vapor into a non-Newtonian fluid. This floating shield absorbs the impact of most incoming force, but also prevents outgoing attacks. Oh, okay, that might not be a great thing, but still. I want you sort of off of the miasma, and you let us build a city. Go on, why not? I've gained a soldier unit. Lovely. I've gained a soldier boy. So glad he can sort of do his little songs and get everybody like hopped up, and they'll be like, yay, yay, soldier boy. Tidal turbines. We haven't got any aquatic cities at the moment, so I don't really need those. Stand physics. Physics might not go amiss. Rangers, yeah. They're not the worst. But launch complex, dry dock, observatory. That might be interesting. And that does sort of favour the purity that I was going for, because I have gone a little bit too far. When I researched robotics, I thought it was a good idea, but it's not quite purity enough for the game. So I've ended up going in supremacy path by accident instead of going purity. So we'll try and get back on the purity path. Get back on the purity path. Everybody wants to be on the purity path. I don't really have a purpose for these soldiers, but they can mooch around, I suppose. You guys, you did a fantastic job. You snuck up behind all the aliens and destroyed their nests. And frankly, that's bloody good. Bloody good job, sir. Bloody good job. You can't really do anything until I get rid of that miasma. She's loving my expansion. Oi, oi. I promise that wasn't intended to be. That's more factual than intended to be a euphemism. I promise. I know it's not unusual to have a euphemism. I'll tell you what. Try and catch up with your friends over there. That'll do. And you guys, yeah, you guys can try and catch up with your other friends over here. You guys defend the city, because you might as well. I'll tell you what. Let's have a thinky. Have a little thinky. Have a little thinky. Have a little winky with your little thinky. I have no idea what that was, but you know, it rhymed. And sometimes that's all you can really hope for. God damn it! Fucking terrain stopping my units. How dare you? Fucking units getting in the way of my units. The Far Base 1. Ooh, Far Base 1 looks like it to be a good tradables. I will want to try and trade with them. I want to try and trade with them. God damn it, you are literally in the one area that doesn't have miasma. So, yeah, you're going to need to get out of that whole situation there. Try and explore around here. More aliens! God damn it. We'll put you on alert, so that if anything nasty comes my way, it will in fact solve that problem. Good. I feel like that, so that worker seems to be slightly low health, which I assume that happened earlier. I think you've been immune to miasma for quite some time. Such a shame you can't make all of your units immune to a miasma with something. That might actually be a thing at some point, so I don't recognise it.
Simple problem, such as navigation in a spaceship approaching light speed.
That doesn't seem like a simple problem, but I'll let you off.
How much joy!
Yay! Level 1 purity! I've got my level 1 purity. I've leveled up inside the purity. Decisive victory. Good. Go. Smite the little tiny bugs. Smite the wee little buggers. Resource pod discovered. Yeah, that's good, but not quite excellent. Servo machines. Battle suits. Yes. Tough melee shock unit. That sounds fun. A benthic auger. Coast terrain. We don't actually have much in the way of coast terrain. Rocket batteries. Yeah, I think we'll go with rocket batteries. I think I need batteries for my rockets. They just don't seem to fly anymore. But, they're a very awkward battery. They're like sort of just an A-size battery. Which is a weird sized battery, frankly. You be alert as well, I think, and then you guys come down here and see what we can get. And then you... Are you going to be able to... You are going to be able to decisive victory with that. It's risky. Risky, but it seems to have paid... Oh, also... Shit. How much health do you have? I need a numerical value. Okay, 27. That means it's unlikely to die. At least not immediately. Hopefully. Oh yeah, we've got another city we could rename. I haven't really got any second names, so... Unless I go with... Oh, I should get that downloaded again. I haven't played that in ages. God, I can't even remember what the bastard's called. But it was a space-based one. So very devilishly similar concept. But you were in space, so you were dealing with planets. And so my first planet was always sort of like Draconia. And then if I found like a small planetoid type thing, I would call it the Cheese Moon. And I cannot remember why, but it was highly entertaining. So yeah, that was that was a majestic thing to just have possession of the Cheese Moon and just have sort of reports from the Cheese Moon incoming. As I say, sad but highly amusing. Which usually, in fairness, sad things are usually highly amusing. Okay, so let's have a look. City strength's not terrible, production's not terrible, health is not terrible, but it's not great. Chance of operation success. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll have operational support. I think that might be better. And then Akelia, Mohammed, and Mamun. I'll tell you what, have Akelia or Akela. I think it's probably Akela. You can pop off. Yeah, you pop off to Hilary's territory and start having a diddle. And I'll tell you what, Mamun can go to Drakeford and start defending against diddling. And then I think Mohammed can just, theoretically... Yeah. I think if I don't assign Mohammed, he is classified as being at headquarters. Might be mistaken, but I think that's how it works. So we'll leave Mohammed alone for now and see what he does at some point. Get another worker. I feel like that's probably worth something. You veterancy, please. Yes. Now you're off and away from aliens. You should be able to heal nicely, which is good news. Good news for me, and good news for you, because it means you're not gonna die. Superb. Move on over. And you are in the miasma. You are still in the miasma. Good. Love a bit of miasma. Loving miasma. Bit of a long journey, but I'm going to trust you to make that journey by yourself. Oh, you appear to have finished. Good lad. Pop over there and start that, and we'll get on with an expedition here. Eventually we'll get to that tunnel system, but we might as well do it methodically. And we need to clear out this miasma anyway. So the walls! Ah yes, the ultrasonic fences, of course. Now that we've completed our ultrasonic fence, we've found a new application for the technology. At the moment, the fences are static, with a reach that goes beyond what we originally predicted. However, if we reverse the polarity, it will decrease the ultrasonic circumference, allowing the fence to become mobile, like a personal shield. Do we stick to the original design, or embrace the unexpected and create something new? Repel range from ultrasonic fences, or reverse the polarity, and trade convoys. Trade convoys not being attacked by aliens is most important at this point in time, considering I have pissed off every alien on this planet. Oh dear. Not what I had planned, but what happened? So we'll live with it. The aliens won't. Yep, you lost 2 soldiers wandering through the miasma, didn't you? Well, luckily, nobody cares. And we... Oh! Elodie is not happy at my culture. You fucking slag. She thinks I'm uncultured. Fuck you, Elodie. Fuck your French doings. Right, what we'll do is pop a little fella there. Pop my fellow out to the side. And then he should be able to deal with the miasma. Minor victory. That's not great news, but it is better than... It's a larger chunk of damage I'm doing to it than it is doing to me. And that sometimes is most important. Righty-tighty. I'll tell you what, let's have another colonist so we can get another citadel of some kind. Oh! Oof. Not what I had in mind when I started this. Not what I had in mind. Do a little miasma. Clearance. Miasma clearance, I'd like to point out. Not what I wanted. Are you in miasma? You are not in miasma. Good. Heal yourself while we wait for other things to happen. My production rate. Oh, apparently my production rate is disappointing to Hunji Moon as well. Cool. Good. Fuck you, Hunji. Oh, it's quite a lot of aliens here. It always seems to be the case of affairs. It's like, just start getting somewhere and then there's just a fuck ton of aliens. But luckily, that is a fuck ton of aliens that I can get a decisive victory over. Unfortunately, that does put me in... Guess what? It puts me in the miasma. I hate this planet. Why did we choose this planet? Did we not look at this planet and go, there's a lot of miasma, and then decide, probably not worth fucking about on this planet, Arseholes. God, there's miasma there. I'm going to have to back off to that space. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to get out of the miasma. Oh, my spy is ready. I always miss the fact that my spies are ready because I never look down in that corner enough. Establish a network, please. Yes. We wish to establish a network. A resistance network within LOD's land. Ah, he's happy with my military force, though. Good lad. Not that I need their approval. I'd like to point out. I can do things my own way. I don't need you. I don't need your approval. I desperately need their approval. Please. Please, Hunji. Like me, Hunji. Like me. Elodie. I don't care. You're usually a bitch, but, you know, every now and again, like me, Elodie. Like me, please. Okay, so there's quite a lot of stuff there. The mountain does fuck all for me. That canyon might be quite good. If I pop you... Yeah, if I pop you in the middle of the canyon, a bit of a bastard getting there, but might work out well. There's a little river. Yeah, I quite like that space. Whether it's officially a good space or not, I don't know, but I quite like it as a space. We'll leave those guards there perhaps, and then finally, hopefully, we can get over here and deal with that miasma over there. Here, I think we definitely want another worker, because we want to start connecting my cities. We want to get a road in. And I might want to, I don't know precisely where, but I might try and put a road in there so that there's just a little bit of, you know, I can't put a road over the oceans, but I don't think I can. Pretty certain I can't. Might be able to. Have a look. Once I've built that worker, I'll find out, but I'm fairly certain you can't build a road. There may be something you can build over there. Oh, you're going after a siege one. Ooh, I don't know if that's wise, Elodie. Well, you are doing quite a chunk of change to it, so you're not doing bad. I suppose in fairness, you have the city cannons, you have laser guns, and you have 2 little melee units. Why I'm considered to be caring about that situation, I do not know, but for now, I'll leave it alone. But yeah, I don't know precisely why I've got sight over there, to be honest. Because I don't have a unit there, do I? Unless it's just, I suppose maybe it's just close enough to Ard. By the way, if people do want me to name a city, your choice of name, I will do so if you particularly desire that. So I've currently got Ard, which is not an officially named city. Therefore, you can feel free to throw down a name that you desire. I think the Old Earth Relic is probably the best bet to start with in any city. Expedition completed. Good lad. That's what we like to see. But unfortunately now he has to go all the way back to a city to regain a module. But, you know. Never mind. I'll tell you what might work. I was going to... Oh, hang on. Okay. Can you... No, I think it just ignored that instruction. You can do that one, that's fine. Cool. What's the closest city? Probably that one. Skip that unit, skip that unit. This one can continue sort of exploring, I suppose. Over here. One space, really? One space. Oh, choose an operation. You've gained that. So siphon some energy. Thank you. Gonna get even bigger problems for poor old Elodie. The network. Network seems like a good idea. All of the buildings. Oh, we've reached into unhealthiness. We're going to be there for a while. It's fine. I'm used to it. The citizens aren't. They don't want to be unhealthy, but I'm used to the cities being unhealthy. And I don't care. I know. I'm a proper politician now. Yay! I'm a proper politician now, and I don't care about my people. They can be unhealthy. They can be unhappy. I don't care. As long as the grander scheme of things is better. Right, I'll tell you what. Yeah, you can do miasma clearing there. That'll work nicely. You two are still waiting for a big fella to come and deposit his city, which is what we're hoping for. That's going to cause even greater unhealthiness. Right, we dealt with the miasma there, so what we shall do is we'll get you to hoof it back to here. Well, no, we'll get you to hoof it back to the actual city, I think. It's probably not an unreasonable thing to do. And once you've hoofed it back to the city, we shall possibly try and make you build a road at some point. I'm hoping that city colonist is going to be fine. There's no guarantee of that. It may go horribly wrong. Ah, good, you're back there, so yeah, we'll just do the expeditions in the order they are away from the city. I've not got any real reason to do it any other way. Driving deep into the forest. That's not what you need to do. Don't go into the long grass. No, you must not read from the book. Oh dear. Suzanne Fielding has completed the stellar something or other.
And death may come from the barrel of a gun. But
Oh, double bastard. Yeah, you've done the Stellar Codex before me. I don't think I can do another one. Bitch. Some of the wonders you can actually do multiple times, but still. I tell you what, I think I've just spotted the fact that, yeah, we're on turn 98. We'll get to a nice round 100, and then I'll pop it away. Combat rover upgraded. Yes. Attacking fortified units. I feel like that might be the better choice. The gunboat. We've never seen a gunboat, but we've upgraded it. Against land units, no, I think we'll stick to it being an anti-sea unit. And the Rangers. We've never seen the Rangers, but they're being upgraded. When defending against ranged, yeah, that seems like a reasonable choice. Right, you guys need to sort of just kind of edge your way out of the miasma at this stage, because... Oh, well, we found a dead end. That's unfortunate. That's fine, that's fine. I think that colonist's going to make it, so that's good. Right, my military man is still obsessed with robotics. And I can't necessarily deny I like robotics, because I like tac jets. I find tac jets absolutely fantastic. Support carrier, alloys, torpedo batteries, and the dome. Anything else of any real significant interest? I'm not sure. Genetics, farmer labs. Yeah, I think the farmer labs and the cyto nurseries, they are going to be quite useful, owing to the fact that I do need to try and build my health supply back up. But my production rate is not impressing, Mr. Moon. I do recommend I make a public transportation agreement, or rather, it's available, not necessarily a recommended thing. I don't know if these guys are going to survive the miasma. I'm hoping they will. These guys definitely will, because it's only a tiny bit of miasma, but the troop that's gone deep into the miasma is proving troublesome. They are having trouble finding their way out of the miasma. I think we should be okay. Oh, fuck. There's an alien nest that has literally just spawned, I think you'll find. Luckily, we can probably deal with that situation. There we go. Deal with that, and then that's where I wanted to build the city, annoyingly. That's where I wanted to build the city, annoyingly. But I do need my units to get up there, so I'm going to have to just deal with that situation as and when it presents itself. There's more aliens over there, which is going to be an issue. These guys, you might as well try and finish off the dark space there. And then you go into the city, and then we'll build a road from there, perhaps. A unit needs order. Ah, yes, good, right. You need orders. Build me a road. Good man. And then we're pretty much ready for turn over at turn 100. So what we'll do is we'll do a little cheeky save. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay. I don't really need it registered as turn 100, so we'll just call it Twitch game. That'll do nicely as a nice identifier to make sure I don't miss it. And now we will exit to the windows. Exit to the windows. 97 FM. So superbish. Wasn't expecting my background to change at that exact moment in time, which was slightly alarming and concerning. Right, let us have a butcher's hook. A butcher's hook indeed. I'm stabbing you in the back and lifting you up and all around. A butcher's hook. Butcher's hook. Yes, a butcher's hook indeed do. Ooh. I think I might just leave it today. There's nothing that leaps out at me, and I don't think the raid is going to be hugely pertinent or useful at this point in time. So I think we'll just say cheerio. If you are after some painting goodness in the evening, you've got Mr. Can't Sleep Must Paint, who will be painting Spider-Man, Captain Marvel and an America. Spider-Man spins his web. Captain America spins his shield. Captain Marvel does all the things. You know, because everything is Captain Marvel's. That's an option. Your other option, if you want more gaming goodness, is Mr. Malice Caliber. He doesn't have a song, I fear. I suppose he's Malice Man, does whatever a malice can. Do you know what a malice is? Not sure. It's the opposite of a bonus, I believe, was something he stated. Same origin as malice and malfeasance, I suppose. Mal being the opposite in some fashion. I don't know if that's 100% certain for true or not, but I'm fairly certain that's what was said on one occasion in the past. Anyway, that's all. I'll be back Thursday 9 o'clock in the evening, which is tomorrow 9 o'clock, for more Dragon Quest Builders 2. We were still stuck in prison. We were downtrodden and beaten into the dirt by being in prison. Skelcatraz. Can we escape from Skelcatraz? Eventually, yes. Can we escape from Skelcatraz tomorrow? Less certain. But we'll give it a damn good go. And how many times will I stick my hand in the toilet tomorrow? I don't know. Tune in to find out. And then we'll be doing some Graveyard Keeper, where we're going to start cutting up the bodies. And burning a lot of bodies, I suspect, as well. And generally doing odds and sods and bits and pieces. And then, of course, Saturday RPG, which it's still in a bit of a sort of flux at the moment. It may be the Nuzlocke run that I started. It may be nothing. I don't know. It's a difficult one, is Saturday, I fear. But nonetheless, we'll see. Check out the Discord. There you go. I'll pop a link there as well, just in case. If you check the Discord, there's usually feedback and information. So, yes. Goodbye to you, Mr. CS Squarepants, and cheerio to all and others. Cheerio.